If you have an LX570, at least a 2011 model like I do, and you hear a little rattling that you can't find, it's a tiny screw like this inside of the DVD player. I'm gonna show you how it all comes together so you can take it apart. So I recorded this putting it back together, but I'm gonna show it to you backwards so that it's the instructions for taking it apart. I had to shoot this with one hand and I apologize for it being hard to watch. And this is the final or first part you'll do. So these are the lenses for this, and they simply come out. There's actually a little groove right here, specifically so you can get a screwdriver in there. And they snap in, but if you want to get them out, so if you're doing this, just get a thin screwdriver. Not a flathead, but basically right there, just pry it and the whole thing will pop out. So do everything I did in reverse, get the little screw out of there and make yourself not crazy anymore. So there's two little plugs here that snap in, and when you're taking this apart, that'll be what you're prying down. This part doesn't have any part that snaps in, and that's because there's two bolts, one right here, and of course on this other side. So we'll put those bolts back in. This connector was kind of a pain to get undone, but if you take pliers and you pinch it right there, it'll come out. So at this point, we're gonna put it back up. Okay, it goes in like this, and then there's a little electrical connector right here, so I'm gonna connect that. So if you have a LX570 and the DVD player has a rattling sound in it, it's a loose screw that's inside of this apparatus. So I'll try to explain. Basically, once you get to this part, there's four bolts. There's one here, one here, one here, and the same on the other side. To get this down, you'll take those bolts off and you'll press these little wing things together and it'll drop down, press down, drop down, and then it'll come out of this hook up here and you just bring the whole thing out. And then there's a couple electronic connectors and you just pinch and get those out. And then to get it loose, just take these 4 screws off here and it'll come out a little bit. It won't really come apart, but enough for you to shake it and get the little screw out. It's gonna be a little screw like this that's just rattling around in there. Once I get this buttoned up, I'll show how the rest of it comes together. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I apologize that everything's backwards, but hopefully you can glean some insight from this video.